Hi guys, Joanne here. A few of you have asked me where I'm from. Well, the channel says UK, but I'm guessing what you mean is you want to know a bit more information about me. So, I am from the UK. I live in Derbyshire, which is in the middle of the country. So, if England is like that, right in the middle, they've called the Midlands. So, you've got East and West Midlands, but I'm right in the middle. I'm about as far from the seaside as you possibly can be. A place called Derbyshire. So, further south is Birmingham, which is more where I grew up, and further north is Derby. I like I say, I grew up there, but I've lived in quite a few different places. I went to university in Reading. I lived in Spain when I was 18, working in a bar. I've lived in London for a few years. I did an exchange program and lived in Spain, Barcelona, or Catalonia, uh, for a few months. But then I came back to the UK, and as I say, I lived in London for a little while. So my accent is a bit of a mixed match. Um, Later on, still, I went to live in Spain and I lived in Madrid and then outside of Barcelona in a place called Sant Pere de Ribes, which is close to Sitges, if you know that. I've also lived outside of Madrid in an area called Guadalajara, and that was when I met my husband. After that, we moved back to the UK. Then we moved to Almaty in Kazakhstan. So if you look through some of my friends list, you'll see that there's lots of different languages there as well, and so Russian pops up there. So after 2 years in Almaty, we moved to Naypyidaw in Myanmar, the capital of Myanmar, which you may know as Burma. We spent, just trying to think how long it was, just over 6 months or so in the capital in Naypyidaw. You may have heard of Naypyidaw, that it's one of those new capitals where there's not so many people living there, and as foreigners we had to live in a hotel. And during that time we adopted our daughter from Ethiopia. I spent about 6 weeks in Addis Ababa in Ethiopia, and then we came back with our daughter. We were in the hotel in Naypyidaw and we said we must have an apartment. So to do that, we had to move to Yangon in Myanmar, and we spent another 18 months there. Then I came back to the UK thinking I would move to Saudi Arabia. I thought I was coming on a holiday, and my husband went straight to Saudi Arabia, and we tried for 12 months to get visas for Saudi, and we just couldn't do it. In the end, we said, okay, we're going to have to sort out visas and be permanent in the UK. So my husband left Saudi, moved to Ireland, but we stayed in Derbyshire, me and my daughter. And then he's now back in the UK, working in Oxford and travelling backwards and forwards between where we live. So when people say, where are you from? Yeah, I'm from the UK. But like a lot of you watching, I've lived in lots of different places. I definitely consider the house and the village where I am now to be home. I love it. Would I consider living overseas again? Yeah, I definitely consider it. For the time being, though, I'm enjoying the stability, and yeah, maybe in the future, maybe in a few years, I'll be ready for another adventure. I I think it's a privilege to have lived in the different countries, and I'm glad and happy to let you know all the different places I've lived, and hopefully you know some of the places too. Take care. Bye.